The monastic life is the sweet freedom of belonging wholly to Christ through prayer, love, and obedience. Hello everyone, my name is Mama Prospiring and I'm here with another book summary. We're still continuing our series on the book Wounded by Love, and we're in the second part and the fifth episode of this summary, which is titled On the Monastic Life. The monastic life is a high calling and an exalted one, a life lived not for earthly gain, but for heaven. A monk leaves behind everything of the world, family, possessions, and personal ambitions in order to belong wholly to Christ. This renunciation is not loss but freedom, for in giving up the lesser, the monk receives the greater union with God. At its heart, monasticism is not about rules or external discipline, but about love. The monk lives in prayer, silence, and humility, constantly turning his heart towards God. Prayer is his breath, work is his offering, and obedience is his safety. Without prayer, the monastic life becomes empty. Without obedience, it becomes prideful. Together, prayer and obedience sustain the monk in joy and grace. The monastic is not cut off from love, but rather transfigured in it. Natural love for family and friends is not destroyed, but lifted into a higher love for God. And in God, all true love is found. In this way, the monk becomes a father to many, bearing others in prayers. His renunciation of the world allows his love to be deeper, freer, and universal. A monk's work and ascetic practices, fasting, vigil, and manual labor are not ends in themselves, but supports for prayer. They train the body to serve the soul and free the heart from distractions. Even in the smallest act, when done with humility and for Christ, it becomes radiant with grace. The great secret of the monastic life is obedience, obedience to an elder, obedience to the church, and to God. This protects monks from delusion, pride, and self-will. In obedience, the monk is transformed, becoming a vessel of grace. True freedom comes not from following one's own desires, but from surrendering them in trust to Christ. Ultimately, monastic life is nothing other than living completely for God. It is a life of prayer and compulsion, of humility and of joy, of being wounded by love. The monk is a witness to heaven on earth, showing that the true homeland for human souls is not here, but in Christ. Even if we're not monks or we're not in the monastery, these practices of fasting, prayer, vigil, these practices of obedience and complete surrender to God are what would help us in our daily struggles as Christians. Thank you so much for staying with me till the end of today's summary. For questions, suggestions, and the written form of this summary, you could reach us at christianbooksummaries1@gmail.com. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. God bless you, and see you in the next episodes.